We're told to act as if we're wealthy to manifest money. But that gets real confusing real fast. Because does that mean I should be buying designer bags I can't afford? Eating out every night? Booking trips on credit? Because to me, that doesn't sound like manifestation, that sounds like financial self-sabotage. So what does act as if really mean when it comes to money? How can we actually feel rich before we are so we can attract abundance into our life without destroying our bank account or our credit in the process? That is what we're going to be breaking down in today's video. Hey friend, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jillz and I help women step into their power, tap into their divine feminine, and become their best self, live their best life. So if that's something you want to do, you should subscribe and stick around. And just in case you want more from me besides just my YouTube videos, you can always check out my courses or digital products. They're linked down below. I'm also launching a new course very soon. It's called Love Alchemy, all about how to be in your feminine energy in romantic relationships and how to keep them cherishing, pursuing you, and adoring you. And if you want to get on the waitlist for that, the link for that is also down below. So the law of attraction says act as if, and in many contexts that makes sense. But when it comes to money, it starts to get a little confusing and a little wishy-washy, because acting as if doesn't mean maxing out your credit card and calling it alignment, right? The truth is that if you're not a millionaire, you can't spend like a millionaire, or at least you shouldn't be. So maybe start thinking about it differently in this context. Acting as if means feeling as if. It's about embodying the energy and mindset of wealth before you even have it yet, so that your nervous system and your actions start aligning with that version of you. So today I'm going to show you how to feel rich before you even are, in ways that expand your energy, not just drain your bank account, and ways that actually align you with that future version of you, that future wealthy version of you. So in this video, I'm going to start with the practical, easy tips first, and then go deeper as we get into this video. But before we get into it, I just want to thank BetterHelp for kindly sponsoring today's video. When we talk about feeling rich, most people focus on numbers, income, or external status symbols. But what actually creates that feeling of abundance starts internally, in your mindset, in your emotional world, and your self-worth. And it can be really hard to feel grounded or abundant when your thoughts are spiraling, you're stressed about the future, or you're stuck in comparison. That's why having the right support truly matters. Whether you're navigating stress around money, career, family, or just trying to become the best version of yourself, having someone to talk to can make a huge difference. Therapy gives you a safe space to process what's coming up and help you feel more secure and confident, even before anything changes in your world externally. And sometimes just having an outside perspective can help you get out of your own head and see things in a new light. That's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that makes it easy and convenient to get matched with a licensed therapist. No waiting rooms, no commuting, just professional support from home on your own schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a therapist within a couple days, and if for some reason that first match isn't quite right, you can switch therapists at any time, no extra cost. BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people use their HSA or FSA benefits for therapy through BetterHelp, so be sure to use yours before they expire. If therapy feels like the right next step for you, just click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Jillz to get 10% off your first month. Now let's get into it. The fastest way to calibrate to the energy and the frequency of abundance and wealth is to be around it. And there are so many wealthy, luxurious places that are open to the public, that are free or very, very cheap. For almost all luxurious 5-star hotels, anyone can walk into that hotel. Anyone can sit in the lobby. Anyone can grab a coffee and work there. Anyone can go walk into those expensive designer stores and browse and look around and admire and even try on, a bag, or even try on anything. Anyone can go do that. I think art galleries are another great place for them. Some of them are free, some of them are quite cheap. And you can go to those nice, expensive, fancy restaurants. You don't have to order a 4-course meal. You can go sit at the bar and get one drink. Or you can just go late night for dessert. Or you can drive to the really, really, really nice part of town and go grab a coffee at the really cute coffee shop and just sit and hang out there. And if the thought of doing any of that makes you really uncomfortable, then that means that you are not calibrated to the frequency of wealth. Cole and I used to do this all the time when we were younger, when we were recent college grads and we were living in Los Angeles. We would go and walk around Rodeo Drive. We couldn't buy anything in any of those stores, but it was so fun to walk around and just window shop. It had very luxurious, wealthy, abundant energy. And then there was this hotel there, I believe it was the Montage Beverly Hills, but I think it recently got bought by someone else. But it's a beautiful hotel right there off of Rodeo Drive or around there. And they have this beautiful courtyard that anyone can sit in. It's gorgeous. And then they have like a little coffee shop, and it was like an ice cream shop there. Anyone could go grab a little scoop of ice cream and sit in this gorgeous courtyard at this fancy hotel. We also used to drive around all the time and look at all of the fancy neighborhoods and the really big houses and admire them and feel inspired by them. When you do all of these things, you are bathing in the energy of wealth, and you are allowing wealth and luxury and comfort to feel normal to you. You're letting your body learn, this is normal for me. This can be available to me. This is natural to me. So where are the places and environments near you that have wealthy energy, and how can you access that? If you want to manifest financial abundance, large amounts of money can't feel foreign to you. It has to feel familiar to you. So my next tip, and I love this one, have one anchor luxury item that you use every day. You don't need a closet full of designer items to feel rich, but you can use one item that you use every day to intentionally help you embody and get into that energy and the frequency of wealth. So what am I talking about? This could be a fancy, expensive perfume that you use every single day and that you spray yourself with. This could be a luxurious silk robe that you wear every single time you get ready in the morning. A really nice mug that you drink your morning coffee out of. One of those big luxurious candles in your living room that you light every single night. Or a nice leather wallet, right? Something that you use every single day to anchor you into this energy. So yes, it is a little bit of an investment, but most of these things are not that expensive. And they're meant to be something that you use every single day to anchor you into that energy of abundance and raise your frequency. The first fancy thing that I bought for myself, like something designer or anything like that, was a classic black wallet from Celine, and I still use it to this day. But I wanted to get that wallet because it was something that I use and carry with me every single day, and also it represents money, right? Finances. And so every time you use that luxury item, it's telling your subconscious, this is who I am. This is the energy I live in. Luxury is normal for me. Again, what you're doing is familiarizing the feeling of luxury and wealth. So whatever feels luxurious and wealthy to you, maybe it is a super fancy perfume, maybe it is a silk pillowcase on your pillow that you sleep on every night, whatever it is, use that one luxury item every day to anchor your energy. Make it an energetic practice. Now, the next way to feel more wealthy before you are yet is to make your current life feel more luxurious in really simple ways. Keep a clean space in your home. Eat at the table, on the nice plates, not just in front of the TV, out of your Tupperware. Fold your clothes nicely in your drawer. Put lemon or cucumber slices in your water. Make your bed every single morning like a hotel would. Wash your sheets regularly. Steam your clothes. Light a candle. Put some eucalyptus in your shower so every time you turn on your shower and it's hot and steamy, those eucalyptus oils and scents come out, and it just feels so luxurious and so spa-like. The point is how can you get into the feeling of luxury and wealth and comfort with your current life, with what you have now? Now, let's go a bit deeper. The way we speak about money subconsciously shapes how we feel about money. And it subconsciously shapes what you believe is possible for you. And then it ends up affecting what you attract into your life. If you want to get into the frequency of wealth, you have to reframe how you talk about money. Even if you are broke, that is your financial reality. You can't keep speaking and seeing money from that same place of lack. Not if you want things to change. Here's what I mean. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, you can say, that's not a priority for me right now. That's not where I'm choosing to spend my money this month. That's not in my plan right now, but it will be. That purchase isn't aligned with my current financial goals. I'm being intentional with what I'm investing in. Instead of saying, that's too expensive, you can say, that's great quality. I'll plan for it later. It's not the right time yet for that purchase. That's a beautiful option, but I'm prioritizing differently. Maybe later. Instead of saying, I'm broke, you can say, I'm being really intentional with my spending this month. I'm building my financial foundation. I'm focused on creating long-term stability. Instead of saying, I hate spending money, you can say, I love spending money on things that matter. I like spending my money wisely, with intention, respect, and discernment. Money always comes back to me, especially when I use it well. Notice how the first way I'm saying it comes from a place of lack. But the other ways that I'm saying it comes from a place of power. The energy of scarcity says, I can't. That's not available to me. The energy of wealth says, not right now. I'm prioritizing differently. It's a choice. Every word you say and every thought you think either reinforces scarcity or builds towards abundance. So if you want to feel rich before you actually are, you need to start thinking and speaking about money from this place of power, not lack, from abundance, not scarcity. Now, this next tip, I want to point something out to you, okay? You may be in a financial situation right now where you have to be very intentional with your spending, right? And make sure that you are not spending frivolously, because maybe you genuinely are in a period of your life where those dollars matter. But usually when we have to do this, it puts us in the energy of lack and scarcity. It makes us feel broke, right? But I want you to think about something. There are so many wealthy people out there who still drive the same car for 20 years until the wheels fall off and the engine breaks down. There are still very wealthy people out there who still choose the cheapest toothpaste every single time. They're not pinching pennies because they're broke. They're pinching pennies because they are very, very intentional with their money and they don't like to waste their money. So my point is what if you could think about it differently? What if you could channel that energy, the energy of I'm being intentional, I'm being thoughtful, not I'm broke energy? Warren Buffett, he drives an old, average car. He always has. He's not pinching pennies. He's not broke. It's a choice. And that feeling of abundance and that feeling of power comes when you realize it's a choice. So instead of calling it struggle, call it discernment. When you have to make a purchase and you're being very, very thoughtful about the money you're spending, what if you could channel the energy of someone who's already wealthy, but also still wants to be thoughtful with their spending? Now, next, when it comes to feeling rich, before you even are yet, this one is small but huge. One of the things that often puts people in that lack state is once they get a bill, they have to pay this bill and they think, more money coming out, more being taken from me. What does that do? Scarcity, lack, I never have enough. And if every time money leaves your bank account, you attach stress to it, your nervous system goes, money is a threat. Money leaving my bank account means panic mode. And if that's the case, then you will never feel abundant. I want you to start thinking about it differently. I want you to start seeing bills as proof that you are already being provided for and that you already have abundance. You have to remember at the end of the day that money is only exchanged when value is provided. That's how it works. So it's about recognizing that this payment right here is an exchange for something that supports my life. Instead of, all my money goes to my bills. You can think this is me paying for a home, light, Wi-Fi, water, heat, my phone. I'm not losing abundance. I'm supporting my life. Instead of, oh my gosh, there goes all my money to groceries, you can say, ooh, I'm so grateful for all these yummy groceries. My abundance is not gone. It's just transferred from monetary form to food form, and more money is coming my way. Next time you have to pay for something, notice your default reaction. If it's immediate stress, contraction of your body, slipping into lack, there goes all my money, it's always just going out of my bank account, then over and over again, you are rehearsing scarcity. Abundance is never lost, it's just transferred. So every single time you pay something, you are getting something in return. Instead of focusing on the money that's leaving your bank account, focus on the abundance that's being provided in your life. Whether it's a babysitter or groceries or a new computer or a new phone or your rent or your lip gloss, it doesn't matter, but you're always getting something in return for that. If every payment feels like you're broke and like your financial abundance is being taken away from you constantly, you're training your system to always feel broke. Instead, let every bill, every charge be a constant reminder. I'm provided for. Look what I'm receiving though. Look at how abundant I am. That's rich energy. Next thing is treat your money like you're already wealthy. Most wealthy people do not just ignore their bank account and their balances and their investments or whatever. They are always tracking and managing their money. It's organized, right? They have a system for things. Whereas if your money constantly feels chaotic or disorganized and you never want to look at it, your subconscious interprets that as, ooh, money is messy. Money is stressful. I can't handle that. I don't want to handle that. But when you organize your money well and manage it well, even when there's not that much there yet, you are telling the universe, see, I'm ready for more. I can handle more. Rich people don't just wing it with money. They have systems. And no matter the amount in your bank account, you can still have systems and be organized and be thoughtfully managing your money and not ignoring it and never looking at your bank account. This is acting as if. If you had a lot of money in your bank accounts and stuff, you wouldn't be totally ignoring it. It wouldn't be completely messy. You would have to have systems for things. You would have to have accounts for things. You would need to be organized. You would need to be checking things regularly. You can do that now. When you treat your current money with care and respect, you're practicing being the wealthy version of you. You're rehearsing abundance management. So what does this actually look like? Know your numbers. Check your bank account regularly, not obsessively, but intentionally. Wealthy people aren't scared of their bank app and they wanna know what's going on. The second thing is organize your accounts, even if it's simple. Have one account for bills, one account for spending, and one account for saving. Even if that savings is like $5, it doesn't matter. You set it up with the intention that more is coming. Next, track where your money goes. You don't need like the super big fancy spreadsheet, but you do need to have awareness around what is coming in, how it's coming in, and where it's going. Even cleaning out your wallet and keeping that clean and organized, according to feng shui, having a clean, organized wallet is supposed to help bring in wealth. If abundance looks like investing money to you, like in the stock market or something, let's say that that's what you really want to do. You can put $5 in there. It's not going to do that much right now, but you are setting the intention. You are creating the identity of, I am someone who invests. It's getting you in the door. It's acting as if. Ask yourself, how would I operate financially if I was making X amount of money? Not just what would I spend on, but how would I operate and manage my money? Now, you also have to stop being mean to money, because you can't attract what you constantly attack. If you talk about money like it's evil, like it's dirty, like it's shallow, like it's always stressful, like it wants you to suffer, well, guess what? Money's gonna stay far away from you. You cannot attract what you resent. Rich people love money. They respect it. They see it as a tool, as freedom, as an energy amplifier. They don't apologize it or feel bad for wanting it or having it. But so many people have this weird animosity towards money. They talk crap about people who have it. They feel guilty for wanting more. And subconsciously, they think that money is the root of all problems. And then they wonder why they can't seem to make more of it. Your relationship with money is exactly that. A relationship. If you constantly criticize your partner and resent them and constantly talk about how much you hate dealing with them, is that relationship gonna thrive? No. And it's the same with money. If every time you think about money, you feel stress, shame, guilt, anger, right? Your nervous system registers that as bad, as scary, and then what does it do? It pushes it away. If you want more money in your life, if you want to attract financial abundance, you have to make peace with it. You have to like it. You have to trust it. You have to respect it. You have to see it as something good, something helpful, something you're allowed to want and enjoy. One of my personal favorite affirmations is, I love money and money loves me. It just feels so good saying that. I love money and money loves me. Practice that. You can't hate money and expect it to flow to you. That's never gonna work. Wealthy people don't hate money, they love it. And you can absolutely love it too and respect it too, no matter the amount you have in your bank account. The last important point I wanna make here is that you can't feel rich if your body is constantly in survival mode. A regulated nervous system is the foundation of abundance and being able to receive. If you're constantly stressed, anxious, or in survival mode, you are not gonna feel abundant, and therefore you will keep pushing abundance away. And so if this is something you struggle with, I highly, highly recommend you go check out this video here, how to actually regulate and heal your nervous system. I break it all down in an extremely practical way, and trust me, by the end of the video, you'll get it. And there's probably some stuff in there that you've never really heard before. So I hope to see you over there, but if not, I'll just see you next time in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.